Hi everyone, so I'll be doing a very short review video for this AF Super Sicai. Now technically this is actually our own version of the bow, of the Sicai bow. So I actually wouldn't want to call it a review, but anyway, I'm just showing you our bow. Let's begin with the back here. This black surface here, this is actually unidirectional carbon. So I have actually found that some manufacturer, seller has been selling their black glass and just market it as carbon because it's very difficult to tell apart. So technically that is a wrong thing to do. It's cheating, it's fraud, but you know, some people still do it. Anyway, this one here is real carbon. Okay, definitely not black glass, it's carbon. You can also pick the finishing if you want gloss or matte. Gloss, as you can see, makes the bow more spectacular, but it is also a fingerprint magnet, smudge magnet, so if you have oil on the finger, you touch it, you're gonna have it all over the bow. So everything comes with a pro and con, right? So for the matte, you won't have all these smudges, but it will make the bow somewhat not as, it doesn't stand out as much. Everything becomes more toned down. Okay. Next we have, you see here, so this one here is like decorative plates for the grip or the riser. Don't worry about this tape here. This one I just put on so that when I shoot it later, I won't be scratching the bow. Okay. So decorative plates on both sides. Handle here, okay, maybe I should show the other side. So this one here is black walnut, and we do not have the inlay arrow pass because we have a higher priority for durability over a little bit of wear here. Okay, the handle is actually, okay, the arrow pass is very narrow up here, but this part here is larger. Okay, it's larger, it's fuller. Compared to the normal version, actually has a thin section here. So I prefer it more like that. Also, I shifted the entire grip down because of the way that I hold the bow. I would place my middle finger somewhat at the bulge part of the grip. Okay, just feel for the biggest part with my middle finger, and then I will just grab it like this. So when I grab it like that, you see that the arrow pass is just right. Whereas if I were to use the normal version, the leather is higher, so when I try to do the same thing, it kind of look like that. It is higher, right? So in my case, with the lowered grip, when I hold it like this, it feels just right. Okay. On the belly side, you can actually pick from a variety of options. So the base version is bamboo, which is the cheapest version, and then in this case is the premium version. You can choose from a variety of different veneers. So this is a bear paw glass, and underneath here in this particular case it's an orange curly maple. Very nice, very cool. There's a lot of veneer you can pick, so when you order, just pick what you want. Then there's also the hybrid version and the quad carbon. When the thing comes in, I will show you. Okay, so at the moment I don't have anything to show you. Okay, the tip here, we have integrated bridge. Okay, and I want to observe that this part, the Kasan area of the sear, is actually carved inwards to minimize the mass. This is actually a bit more difficult to show on camera. Let's see if we can show anything at all. But if it doesn't show, doesn't matter. In person, you can touch it and you can feel that this part is actually carved inwards. Okay, so it's not a flat surface here, it's carved inwards to cut mass. You know, seeing it like that may be a bit difficult to get the depth, but in person you can definitely feel it. I hope the camera can catch it, but it's not exactly easy to see. Okay, and then the tip flare here, whether you want to call it emperor bow or not, up to you. I think it's just a bit of a unique touch because most of the bows have a very simple knock, just a hole. So for some bows with a flare like that, may be a bit more unique. In terms of size of this bow, tip to tip, 53 inches. Brace height is about 7 inch. The max draw length I've tested is 32 inch. Now, please, this bow draws a maximum of 32 inch. Do not draw more than 32, because especially with the carbon here, if you force it, it can break. Okay, the max draw length on this bow is 32, not 34. Do not confuse AF's website and reality. Okay, so this is something very important. Okay, please do not draw more than 32 inch. Okay, in terms of max draw length, in terms of smoothness of the bow, I have actually tested when it comes to smoothness, I actually have a number which I normally refer to PPI, percent per inch, because if you have let's say a 60 pound versus a 30 pound, a 2 pound increase is different percentage, right? On a 2 pound increase for a 60 pound is very smooth, a 2 pound increase for a 30 pound is not smooth. So that's why I use percent rather than the absolute poundage. Okay, so on this bow, between 28 inch and 31 inch draw length from here, from belly, okay, from belly, the increase in PPI is 7.5% per inch, okay, which is identical to the glass version from back and belly with the standard version. 7.5 PPI, exactly the same, meaning that the carbon does not make the bow any stackier. It is identical. Now 28 to 31 inch is about from belly is about 29 to 32 inch from back. Okay, so please remember, do not go past 32 inch. Well, we have gone through all the technical stuff, so I'm gonna just do some shots now. In terms of speed, okay, I do not think this bow is a very fast bow, because like the Babylon is fast. When you shoot the Babylon, it's loud, it's aggressive, it really feels like a very fast bow. This is quite the opposite. It does feel somewhat fast, like slightly faster than the standard Sicai, but it doesn't have the same level of aggressiveness as the Babylon. It also doesn't have the loudness of the Babylon. It feels quite tame. It's quite silent, and that's what I'm going to show you. I have not chronoed it, so I do not know the exact speed, but it actually feels, compared to the Babylon, it is more tame. Another thing is, in terms of hand shot, I couldn't really tell you exactly, because right now my hand is hurting around like here. This area here is hurting. I don't know why. So whatever bow I'm shooting, I feel more vibration, is more sensitive at the moment. So I couldn't really tell you in terms of hand shock to tame down the vibration so that I feel more comfortable. I'm using somewhere between like 11 to 12 grain per pound, and I feel that it's more tolerable. Anything less, I feel like it's hurting. Okay, so let's do a few shots. I'm not gonna do a lot of shots. If you want to hear more, listen to the shooting, just repeat the video. The bow is not gonna change, so I'm just gonna do a few shots. I have 4 arrows here, so you just listen, just watch. Our poundage is 35 pounds on this bow, a little bit heavy for me. But anyway, I'm just gonna try my best. Oh, by the way, this one here does not have a counterweight in the handle, so this one is quite light. If you want to add, there are a lot of optional stuff like wood core, carbon core, colored handle riser, counterweight takedown. You can add all this optional. This one here is a base handle, doesn't have anything at all. In terms of stability against twist, the bow is stable enough. It actually doesn't require, let's say, a carbon core to improve stability. Honestly saying, as is like this is stable enough. It really doesn't need a carbon core at all. So if you want to add carbon core, it's completely optional. It's kind of like you already have everything and you just want to add something to look cooler. But it doesn't need that. Okay, so does it show? Oh, it doesn't show. So I'm gonna just bring the camera closer to the target. So let's witness. I mean, not too bad, right? Not too bad. I'm not the best shooter, but not bad.